stroke, clot, or other heart problems, or
Steel. What is up? It is time for the World Series prediction from Peters. So we got the Houston's Astros tonight hosting the Philadelphia Phillies.
Let's go to Tom and Warren. Hello, Tom.
And
hey guys,
you know, Phillies have a lot of mojo going right now. They're hitting very well. They're pitching very well. They seem to really be on a roll since the new manager Thompson took over. So that's good for them. You know, it's tempting to pick Philadelphia. I might go with them in this series, but you know, Houston's has been all year definitely the best team in the American League, and in my opinion, really the best team in all of Major League Baseball. I feel like if there's a team that has pressure on them, I think it's kind of about the same, but the team that really has the pressure would probably be Houston, because they've only won one World Series in this 5-year-plus-year run that they've had, and it's time for them to really cash in another one of these. Phillies are just kind of going with the momentum right now. They have got, it looks like game one tonight. Verlander is on the hill for Houston, and I know he hasn't pitched great in the World Series lately, but I think he's going to do very well tonight. He gets a lot of hype around here. He has for the last 15 years, being a product of Goochland High School in Goochland, Virginia. That's a little town outside of Richmond. I've filmed some of that before the town of Goochland at a soccer field out there, so it's not too far from me. I think he'll do very well tomorrow night. That could be the chance for Philadelphia to steal one. They have Zach on the hill. Zach. So we'll see if they can snag one of those. Houston is, as you know, unbeaten in the playoffs. In the postseason in 2022, they're 7-0. I think they're due for a loss. They took care of the Yankees earlier in a sweep. It was easy for them because the Yankees don't have any heart, but the Phillies are a fighting team, a fighting Phils. They are going to make things interesting. I could see Houston even like going up 3-0, and then the Phillies fighting back and winning like maybe a 2, maybe even 3, since the next 2 would be in Philadelphia. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I also heard an interesting thing today on the radio about this weird trend how Philadelphia teams in horrible economic years win the World Series. So 1929, Philadelphia won the World Series. That was the Athletics, though. Then in 1980, with the so 1929, B-Mile was in high school then, so he remembers that. 1980, like the Jimmy Carter thing. I'm not too up on that, but some of y'all might remember that. 1980, bad year, and the Phillies won their first World Series. And then in 2008, I remember that year, they beat the Rays in the World Series. That was that whole crash thing. Bush in there. And then, what else happened? And then this year, 2022, a bad year. So we'll see if the trend, kind of a weird, I don't know who looked that up, but kind of interesting for geeks out there. So Phillies, we'll see if the Philadelphia Phillies can win it. As far as like rooting interest, for me, you know, I don't really have anything against either team. Now, I don't like Philadelphia teams, but I don't really mind the Phillies this year, this team anyway. And like the Eagles this year, I hate the Eagles, but the team I don't really mind. And now if they they start going, 12-0 or whatever, I'll probably hate them more, but we'll see. But that's for this series. I feel like it's Houston's to lose, and I know it's kind of an easy thing to do. People always say in 6, but I'm going to take I'm gonna take the Astros in 6. I have a lot of respect for the Phillies, so I think they're gonna fight. They're gonna push it back to Houston for a game 6, and then Houston wins there. The networks need this thing to go deep because it's not the best thing. So the best matchup for ratings. But I'll be watching. I think it'll be fun to watch and to have it going on, during Wire Club trivia and stuff, and NFL games possibly. So yep, it should be a good series to watch.
I'll be a part of the.
In other news, this is you can't have better atmosphere for the last Friday of Horror Fest. I'm telling you right now, I think the film tonight is pretty easy. The only thing that I would change about this atmosphere, it's not cold enough. I would like it to be a little colder, but wow, look at the leaves, look at that eerie sky right there. I think we're gonna have a good film tonight for night 15 of General Peters Presents Horror Fest 2022.
Yeah. Always wanted to go in there and scoop them. By the way,
18 nights to rock. It's going to be a good one. Settle down, settle in, pick a good horror movie. Saw a lot of horror atmosphere today. School and also out and about in Kroger. So try to get this video uploaded before the series kicks off tonight. Sorry if it's a little late. Thanks for watching. Wish me luck. May your team win. May Major Mal, maybe he'll come in. No one's really a Hugh Tons fan, so all right. I think we're gonna see. Hopefully we'll see a big series from Jose Altuve. All right, boys. Peace out. Enjoy the World Series.